Basketball's young stars eagerly await for their name to be called tonight at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Victor Wembanyama is expected to be the first overall pick by the San Antonio Spurs and is considered the best prospect the NBA has seen since LeBron James. Joining us now for more is Adam Finkelstein. He's the director of scouting for 24/7 Sports and a college basketball insider for CBS Sports HQ. So all the hype around Wembanyama, is it warranted?
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he is totally unprecedented at a number of different perspectives. I mean, he's 7'5" with an 8-foot wingspan, but he moves as if he's 6'5". He's really athletic. He's agile. He's mobile. At the same time, he's doing things offensively that we haven't even seen before. I mean, I'm talking about one-footed three-point shots, and then defensively, he's got a chance to be one of the most dominant players we've seen in quite some time. In fact, his defense is considerably ahead of his offense right now. So very literally unprecedented in terms of anything we've ever seen before.
So you're the second person that I've heard say that about his height and how he moves. And this is a question coming from somebody who's like 5'3", 5'4" on a good day, but
yeah.
Mainly 5'3". How do these sort of tall men typically move compared to what you're seeing with him?
Well,
because they're all tall to me.
Yeah, so there's a level of fluidity that is typically missing at that size. And from a scouting perspective, we're looking at things like fluidity, like hip movement in particular, how quickly they're able to change direction. It's not just about like how fast you can run once you get going. It's how quickly you can start, stop, change direction, kind of improvise with your movements. And the bigger you are, typically, the harder that gets. But he is just not, that is just not the case with him. He just moves as if he were much younger, totally fluid. And the only examples we have for this are guys like Sean Bradley, who was 7'6" and really struggled with mobility. And he's like the exact opposite. I mean, just couldn't be more fluid at his size. Again, it's really just totally unprecedented. And that's all the way around. I mean, there's a line of thought that says, well, hey, guys who are this big, what do we know about their injury history? And we don't know anything about their injury history because we've never seen this before.
You recently shared a mock draft ahead of tonight's big event. Walk us through some of the players you have in the top 10.
So the number one pick is easy. Everybody's got that one right. Where the drama begins is at number 2, and that comes down to Brandon Miller and Scoot Henderson. This pick is being made by Charlotte. And what's interesting about Charlotte is Michael Jordan is the majority owner, but earlier this week he came to terms to sell the majority of that team. Now, he's still supposedly running the draft process. In fact, he was in Charlotte meeting with both Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller on Monday. Vegas was predicting Scoot Henderson to be the pick on Monday, but that has since turned, and now we are again picking Brandon Miller, who, coming out of Alabama, was the best freshman in college basketball this year. Would certainly be a more natural fit next to LaMelo Ball, who they already have at the point guard position. But those are the two players who are really battling for that second spot. Then you have the Thompson twins, I should say, out of Overtime Elite. They are some of the more notable prospects. And then what's really interesting about this draft is I've said 5 names so far, and only one of them comes from college basketball. So it's very possible 4 of the first 5 names called tonight will be non-college basketball players, and that in and of itself will be history making.
All right, Adam, well, we got your names. We're going to keep watch to see how correct you are. Adam Finkelstein, thank you.
Thank you.
So you can visit CBSSports.com for all of the latest NBA draft buzz and stream CBS Sports HQ tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern for live coverage and analysis from Adam and all the CBS Sports basketball experts.